Should be going live. We're live. We're live here. It's four-wheel driving. Kevin, good evening, everybody. Glad you made it to one of my new live streams. And I'm here tonight with Trev from Dirt Road 4x4. Good evening, Trevor.
Hey, Ed, how you doing?
Fantastic. You're looking well.
How's everybody?
Oh, hang on. I just got to quiet the other computer down. It went nuts on me. Sorry. My fault. My bad. All right, I fixed it. All right. Sorry, Trev. We're back again. So, Trev, we're here for two reasons.
Why is that?
Well, you finally got your 1,000 subs. And, mate, there's so many happy people out there that you finally got your 1,000 subs. And they are very excited about your 1,000 subs, even including this bike here.
Mr. Lock Your Hubs.
Yeah, Locking Your Hubs has said g'day to us as well. And we've got Adventuring Pals up in Queensland. So, yes, Trevor finally got his 1,000 subs. When did you get that? Last
weekend on Saturday.
Friday. Ooh. And then you got 10 more. So just didn't get 1,000 subs. You got 10 extra subs.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of cool. They're finally making it. All right.
I'm a partner now, which is kind of nice.
You know what? Sorry?
I'm a partner. I'm a YouTube partner.
Oh, how do you feel about being a YouTube partner now?
Ecstatic, mate. I've been watching the dollars roll in.
How's this? We got a guy from Wisconsin, USA, Waterboy 777. How you doing, Blake? Good. I think it's good afternoon in the US, isn't it?
Good day, Wisconsin. Very nice.
Yeah, I know. We're international now. How's it feeling?
Thanks, Eric.
Getting the reach out there. We got Beyond, and we got Paul and Wenda here. How are you going, guys? It's good to see you up and about. They got 2,000 subs, but we're going to get there one day, aren't we, Trev?
We are.
We are, mate. All right, we're going to do some serious questions straight off the mark.
Oh, my God.
You ready? I know you've been practicing. I spoke to him the other day and I said, Trev, get ready, mate. These are serious, hard-hitting questions. Are you ready?
Yep.
Favorite color?
Orange.
Orange. Why orange? Because it tastes nice.
I like mandarins and I like oranges, and they're the right color.
Oh, fair enough. All right, and your next one is your what's your star sign? That's everybody asks what your star sign is.
I'm a Libran.
A Libran. Wow.
Liberian.
Liberian. Who's the what's the Libran one? What's that look like? That's the thing.
Scales.
I thought it was the scale. So you're level-headed then. Is that what you're saying?
I don't know about
that. Now, Trevor, we're going to ask you another serious question, and it's a two-parter.
Yep.
Ready? Tell us about your 4B and some of the mods, and then why you bought the car that you have, the four-wheel drive you have now.
I guess it's been by habit. When I was with Waco for 10 odd years, I had 120 Series Prado and 150 Series Prado, and I had a GU Patrol for a little while, which I hated. But I've had 6 Prados now, 4 being company cars and 2 that I've owned. And the 2 that I've owned have been done up pretty heavily, I guess, for a Prado. The current one is a 150 Prado. It's got a lot of stuff on it. It's got bull bar. It's got brush bars, black duck seat covers. It's got full of K-On stuff and all that sort of stuff. It's got RV Solution drawers, which I love because they're light and they're pretty cool. And, look, it's got a wedge-tail roof rack and an awning, and it's probably way too heavy, but I love it.
Talking about weights, we had a bloke so long ago talking about people that's overweight. Where is he? He's not on yet. No, he hasn't commented yet. He's there somewhere.
So, I would say just about everybody.
Yeah, it's just the pies we pack in the back, mate. There's a way of getting your weight down too, I found, is you take spirits rather than beer, because beer weighs more because you buy a big box of it like a slab. Whereas you buy a box of spirits, it weighs less than a kilo.
I have a little jar of coffee. I'm always happy.
I have my little cup of tea. It's hard tea, we call it. Hard tea.
Hard tea.
So you just got it because you just wanted another Prado, or?
It kind of evolved this time around because we had a Y62 for a little while.
Ooh.
And it was big and comfy and chewed a lot of petrol. A lot of petrol. It was supercharged. and it was a bit of a mess. It was fully set up, really nice. But I decided in 2018 I was going to start a business, and this Y62 was not going to be practical to run around to customers and visit people. And so this Prado come up, which I knew its history, so I grabbed it.
That's why you got it. So you got it secondhand, you didn't get it brand new.
No.
No?
It was an ex company car for a company I used to work with, and it was the general manager's car. I went to the golf and back at Carry Golf Clubs, went on Fraser Island once, went on Morton Island once, and the company I worked for back then had a strict no water policy, never take your car in salt, which I totally agree with because salt kills cars. And so it came up at the right price, and so I bought it, and it was very low kilometres. But in the last 7 weeks, I put 13,000 kilometres on it. So I've been travelling a bit.
Now, talking about boxes that keep things cold called refrigerators, car fridges, you've done a lot of work in that industry, haven't you?
I guess I'm probably best known for my fridge background. I was a Raised Outdoors manager back in around 2000, and I was a really heavy Engel person back then. And it was when Waco came onto the scene, and they had lots and lots of letdowns. And I could extend on some of the stories I used to tell customers in terms of to get them into an Engel fridge. Waco had a position vacant, and I was ready to move on from being a store manager with Raised Outdoors. And I thought, can I do this? And the sales manager who I had the interview with, he was an ex-Engel national sales manager. And he said, I can see the passion you have for Engel. If you can love Engel that much, once you use a Waco, I'll bet any money you'll love it. And I was with Waco, then on to Dometic. Hi, Wasana. The better half's on. Better watch out. Hello. Yeah. And so I was with Waco Dometic for 10 years. So I was right through all the building of the brand. And I had a lot to do with repairers and testing, and had a lot to do with the solar panels that they currently sell. And it was a big adventure, really. And then the previous company that I was working for poached me away. I don't necessarily get along with that company anymore. They did some silly things to me. So we don't mention them. A lot of you guys will know who it is, but I don't mention them anymore.
Does it start with an M?
It does.
Oh, no, I don't have one of them M fridges. I have one of those.
No, that's not a fridge. It's not a fridge. They don't do fridge.
Oh. But didn't you have
MSA.
What about Mike Coolman?
Yeah, so in 2018, I left MSA because my dad had cancer, and I don't have brothers and sisters, so someone had to care for my old dad, and so I decided to leave work and just care for my dad till he passed away. And then I'd already started talking to Mike Coolman or Leisure Tech to become the national sales manager of Leisure Tech, Mike Coolman. So when I'd finished having that sort of year off, I decided to go to Mike Coolman and become national sales manager. And I was only there 6 months. It wasn't for me. I think I had too much time off in between. And Wasana was here, and I was working till sort of 8 o'clock every night. It was a pretty tough gig. Good gig, and the product's fantastic. I got them in the car, and they're a great fridge. It just wasn't for me. And then in 2019, I went to SEMA, to the big automotive show in Las Vegas. I went in 2018 as well. And it's a brilliant automotive show. So for the petrol heads and non-petrol heads and four drivers, if you get the opportunity to do a SEMA, it's pretty amazing. But I found a product over there that I thought that I could make my own. And so the rest is kind of history. And then the shop evolved because of COVID.
We call it the spicy flu because you can't say that magic word because
that's right.
Collapse. I go, oh my God, you mentioned the spicy flu.
So it's coming up 25 years I've been in the industry.
Just 25 years.
Yeah. So it's a little while.
There's not much you've really seen change in 25 years in the accessories. Or what do you think's changed the most accessories, four-wheel drives, or people's attitude towards four-wheel drives? What do you reckon has been the biggest thing? I know it's a big one.
I do it all of the above because I think when I started forward, I did my first Fraser Island in 1990 in a naturally aspirated 40 series, and it's when the Cherry Venture was still sitting up the beach at Rainbow Beach, and I've got a YouTube video of my Instamatic photos of climbing up the funnel and looking out the funnel of my Bog 40 series down the bottom.
Well, you have to put that up.
It's there. And Fraser Island back in 1990 had snakes and I just had so much animals and wild brumbies, and it was just a different place. So in answer to your question in terms of how things have changed, Fraser Island is one of those things that I think I've been 14 times now, I think, to Fraser, and I think that certainly has changed a lot. I think back when I was young and I was doing Wombat when I was like 22, 23, and I'm coming up 60 this year, so it's going back a little while.
A couple of years.
Yeah, it's all good. We used to drive the bog holes around Wombat with 31s without a drama. These days, you go into Wombat and you can't do a bog hole because they've been dug out by 35s and definitely 37s to the point where you just drag diffs. So that's certainly changed, and that probably answers your attitude point. I think the attitudes are different. Where I saw a video someone put up last couple of days of a Jeep doing donuts up in the snow. That's what kills it.
Yeah.
Kills it. And, and we're lucky we've got a pretty strong a body looking after Full Drive Victoria, been a really good body. I was on the board of Full Drive Vic for a period of time, and I think their relationships they've got with government is terrific and protecting our tracks from getting closed up. But the more nuffs like that guy in the Jeep is going to screw it up.
But if you stop the video, there's a really good photo of his number plate.
Oh, is it?
I put it on the big screen, well, the bigger computer that I got sitting here. I thought, no, I zoomed it in because, I just decided to take my glasses and put the other ones on, my new ones. I thought I put my new ones on and I scrolled in. I can see you. So hopefully the coppers got him too, which would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now,
they're the sort of things that change in terms of full drives. I started with that naturally aspirated 40 series, and I think I had a GQ Patrol, had a Jeep for a little while. I've had the 6 Prados, the Y62. I had MSA Colorado, MSA Hilux. So I've had a wide variety of vehicles, and I think accessories certainly have changed. And I think the technology, having downhill assist and all those, diff locks and stuff we didn't have when we were young. They were out there, but not to the technology that's out there now.
Mm-hmm. So, all right, we'll go back to YouTube now. What? Now, I've noticed that Dirt Foot Road 4x4 t-shirt on it. It's around the right way.
Like on my videos.
Let's not mention the videos. It's like, don't mention the war. What sort of camera gear you use when you're out there, out and about, and all the rest of it?
Well, a lot of it, I've got an S22 Samsung, and that does a lot of the work when you want something simple. I've been using now so that I can get this the right direction. I've put my Sony 6300 onto a selfie stick, so that's kind of cool. I'm using a GoPro 10. I'm using a DJI Mavic 3 Classic, I think it is, for a drone.
I haven't seen your drone footage yet.
Sorry?
I haven't seen your drone footage yet. Oh, yes, we have. No, we have.
It looks nice. It's one
video coming out tonight, of course.
Yeah, I forgot to launch this afternoon.
Link in the description below.
Yeah. So cameras, doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I use Ceremonic mics. I find they're pretty cool. On this Sony, I've got one of those fluffy things to get rid of wind. A bit of this.
Cat.
Yes, that's the one.
Dead cat. Where did they get the name Dead Cat? I could have called it Dead Rabbit or Dead Possum or something like that. Oh, no, it's a dead cat.
Dead cat.
So I'm going to talk about share market, the dead cat. The dead cat. Oh, boom. So, yeah. All right. So we've done your camera gear. Oh, that's what I was going to ask you. This is a very serious question from me. Who does your thumbnails? Because they're fantastic.
She's laughing. Come and say hello.
Yeah, come on.
So I have a better half. And who does your thumbnails, Ed?
Oh, this awesome lady called Wasana. How are you, darling? That's my thumbnail lady.
Better half.
Yeah.
And she does all our thumbnails, and she does a really good job. And yours as well.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm very lucky. That's one job that it's done really, really well. Very talented. Does it all on her phone. And Wasana has a YouTube channel too, which it's Let's Go Wasana, but it's a slower process. But
let's go Wasana. Let's go. No, here Wasana's an awesome cook down at the shop. Is that right?
What's that?
Wasana's an awesome cook down at the shop.
She will be tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you, Wasana.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Oh, God.
Behind every man, there's got to be a good woman, and I'm lucky.
Yeah, I just feed her up, buy her a bottle of booze every now and again. She keeps my thumbnails going.
They're usually here on the bench, all your bottles of booze.
Yeah, I know. She's not drinking them anymore? Oh, I don't know.
Slow drinker, because before she met me, she'd never drunk, not once.
You said that at her last birthday party, which we don't mention how old she is because she's 30 now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. All right, so you cracked your 1,000.
Yes.
And when you cracked your 1,000, you also cracked it for an awesome sponsor, I hear. Is that correct?
Yes. I noticed today we're coming up 250,000 views, which I was pretty happy with as well. Yep. We're looking through some old videos. Young Jared, who works for me, who I hope is out there watching. But we were going through some of the old videos I put on YouTube before I ever thought I was going to have a channel. And my first video I ever put on YouTube was a Waco advert made up for Full Drive TV.
That's right, yeah.
So it goes back, and there's a lot of old stuff there. All these different adverts I did for MSA as well. So we've pulled on a new sponsor, someone very close to my heart.
Oh, who would that be? Your sponsor?
AutoFix Australia is sponsoring Dirt Road 4x4.
Wow.
Everybody needs an AutoFix in their modern day vehicles.
So what is AutoFix? You have to let some of the people know what AutoFix is that may not know what AutoFix is and what it does.
So AutoFix Australia I haven't got one of the good box ones here, but anyway. AutoFix are OBD2 scanners. So if you were to get an engine light or a limp mode on your vehicle, which is common as, you're only going to look at lots and lots of Facebook posts where they've got their car on a tow truck and going, I got this code, but I don't know what it is, where there was absolutely no need to have it on a tow truck if you just had that little bit of knowledge and told you that it was a O2 sensor or a glow plug or your air filter was blocked up. The smallest things can cause, and it could be just a sensor. 9 times out of 10, it can be just a sensor that'll just go away. So when we got caught out in the outback in 2017, and that Y62 that I was mentioning, we had a borrowed Foxwell scanner. We carried it absolutely everywhere because the thing was always in code. And talking about cats, hey Toms. And when I was in America, and I AutoFix is me. So yes, I got a sponsor.
No, we didn't say that out loud.
Most people know.
No, they don't.
So when I was in America in 2009 at the SEMA show, I saw AutoFix. I walked right past them, and I thought, OBD2 scanners, yeah, it's probably not my thing. I was looking for an opportunity, and I walked right past it. Then I came back and I thought, I've been carrying one for at least 12 months. I borrowed one, and I thought, how many people have been like us, full driving, towing their caravan, towing their camper, and they've got a limp mode or an engine light, and they didn't know what it was, and it was as simple as things if they did get it. And I thought, how many people can we help in that situation? So the European distributor was also on the stand the same day. Nick, he's based in Ireland. Hope you're watching, Nick. And he told me, he said, look, AutoFix is fantastic, really, really good, blah, blah, blah. So I kept the dialogue going and established AutoFix Australia when I got back, and we got our first order in February 2020, right at the start of COVID, and there was lockdowns, the nasty flu, whatever you want to call it. So it's been really challenging, and it's still challenging, but we're fighting on. We're 3 years down the track. It's growing. I've just approved this week new packaging for the Ford scanner, the Mercedes scanner, and the Jeep scanner. So there's a lot happening. We've already got the Toyota. Toyota's our number one by a country mile now. The 9000 all-rounder is a beauty. So I won't rave on because I'm pretty passionate about it. But they're a good product.
There's a question there for you. Score Pro, otherwise known as Scott, South Australia, wants to know when the Mitsubishi Model Out is coming out of the OB.
I haven't got any of this. We've probably had more notice of a Nissan one coming. There has been talk of the Mitsubishi coming, but I haven't got any actual dates. The Jeep will arrive soon. We've had a couple of Jeeps already for testing, but that's going to arrive. And the Mercedes is going to arrive. So it's evolving. I hope by the end of the year we'll have something for the Mitsubishi. A lot of people asking. I'm involved with the Pajero Club, and a lot of the guys there bought our 9000 unit, but would be keen to go deeper into the vehicle with a full diagnostic scanner for Mitsubishi.
There's one from Bruce Shelley.
Hey, Bruce.
Everyone with a modern 4B needs an OB2 scanner.
It should be part of your recovery gear, your emergency gear at the end of the day. It's as important as a EPIRB or a fire extinguisher or a first aid kit at the end of the day. Ron Moon did an article in Full Drive Australia a couple of years ago, and it was really good for us. Someone like Ron Moon, who's so well known, he has our 9000 unit, and he went into limp mode in the middle of Simpson Desert, and he had our 9000. The 9000 actually told him that he had an air circulation problem with the air filter. He got his compressor, he cleaned out the filter, he cleaned all the sensors, cleared the limp mode, and continued on. Now, if it was the average punter who didn't have a scanner, it would have realistically been the big MAN truck coming out of Birdsville costing $1,000. So that's what our whole story is about at the end of the day.
Just going to answer Steve's. Nah, my car's never gone the limp mode, nor have I, mate. No, I haven't had any issues in the FJ. It's been good. I actually do have one of those AutoFix units in the car, and it's always not necessarily for me. It's part of, as Trevor said before, part of my recovery gear. It's actually in my oh shit box, which is in the back of the car, which has got all my spares. It's the box I really don't ever want to open, and it's why it's called the oh shit box. So, but it's in there, and I haven't used it for mine yet. It's still in its brand new packaging. I think I bought it some time ago off of Trevor, and I paid full retail. I didn't get a discount, but I might now. And we got Simon here from last week. Simon's dropped in to say g'day from Simon. And we got young Phil here. Now Phil's up in Queensland. He's a young man, loves his solar, loves. I tell you what, if you want to look at some videos with a mobile power plant in the back, it's Phil's car. He's got batteries. He's got
a bit of gear. I subscribe to Phil. I watch a bit of Phil's stuff.
Tesla's got nothing on what Phil's got in the back of his car, mate. I'm telling you, he could run a KFC out of the back of that thing with the amount of stuff he's got in the back of his car.
Phil's got more than Naz had.
Yeah, but the problem is his works.
Oh, cruel.
Oh, look.
Naz. Love you, Naz.
Looks like we're going to break the internet. We've got 33 watching. Oh, you're getting up there, mate. You're getting there. You're getting there. So we've gone through the camera gear. What's your next thing for the channel? As in, like, where you're heading with the channel? Are you going to be still doing the same sort of content, or you got a big trip planned, or anything exciting like that?
I think
in the future,
the channel's evolved because we had the Full Drive shop, which we're closing the actual shop part of it. But we'll continue to look after Doug Howard. So we're closing the shop as it stands. So the review side of it will slow down a little bit. I've got one. We did an installation of a Daci Echo 270. We did it during the week. So the video I'm going to put up tonight will be that installation. I did a climb of the Q1 last weekend, so I'm going to try and get that out this weekend as well. That was kind of cool, climbing to the top of the tallest building in Australia.
Yeah, when you got your 1,000, I was hoping you weren't going to jump for joy off the Q2. Yeah!
We've kind of moved into destination travel events, and a lot of you guys probably don't know, but I'm a mad petrol head, and I love Holden Monaros, so it's a bit of a thing. So we go to a lot of car shows, and so we really enjoy doing that. So we've done some car shows, we've done some events. I think our channel will evolve into that sort of thing.
Fair enough. So there you go. There's one from Lucky Phil. Run me house when the power goes out.
There you go.
Oh, he could run his house when his power goes out, and then we got no discounts for you, Dave. About discounts for tomorrow. We're gonna get onto that party. We're getting there. We're getting this.
That's my other son.
Who? What? Dave Howard?
No, Jared.
Jared, is that Jared?
Like his second dad.
Oh, I didn't realise that was Jared. I just thought of Jared. Oh,
that's our Jared.
He should change his name to Young Jared because we all call him Young Jared. Makes a nice cup of coffee occasionally too. He's not bad.
He's never made coffee before he started with me. He's come a long way.
Is he?
And he knows the people like yourself and Lenny and some of my other friends. He knows just to go straight to the kettle and start making coffee. So
yeah, it's just easy. Just go to the kettle, make the coffee, and be done with it. All right, so we've done the content, we've done the camera gear. What's up for the future? Next one. How many times did you say you've been to Fraser?
14, I think.
You know, I've never been there.
Really? It's pretty cool.
I know. I've never been to Fraser.
I've been a bit. So I started at 1990 was my first. It was actually my honeymoon. And we actually camped at Lake Mackenzie. Now, you can't camp at Lake Mackenzie anymore. So we actually camped at Lake Mackenzie, which was kind of cool for 11 days. And we had dingoes there every day, kookaburras. And we ended up, we traveled a little bit with a couple of other guys, which was good because it gave us a bit of confidence because I'd not really driven in sand. As you know, we don't drive in sand in Victoria. So, learning about tire pressures and all that sort of stuff when you're fairly young, it was kind of a really good experience. But camping at Lake Mackenzie was gold.
I'm copping a bit of flack here. I think I should go to Fraser's. A whole stack of them coming up.
Let's go. I was pretty keen as well.
I'm copping it.
Yeah.
I'm going to Cape York. Does that count? Is that like, that is the destination? I'm sort of going, well, I'm going inland.
Well, you kind of past Rainbow Beach.
Yes, yeah, but I'm going inland. I'm not going around the coast. I'll do Fraser next year. I promise. I'll get up there.
We'll come with you. We'll come with you.
Will you?
I know a couple of spots.
Hang on. There you go. Dave, he popped his cherry this year. First time Fraser. Loved it. Good on you, Dave. Dave's one of my... Oh, did I mention I have members?
Oh, really? Have you got members?
One of my members is on here right now, and his name's highlighted on the screen right now, and I am more than grateful to young David. I've just got to buy him more beer next time I see him.
It's good to see your membership growing, mate.
Oh, it doubled since last week. Look at this one here. Phil's been here 40 times. How could you go Well, how could you go? How could you not go?
Where do you live, Phil? Where do you live? That makes a big difference because you're Queensland, aren't you?
Yeah, I think he's in Bundaberg. I'm not sure about that. I know he's up that way somewhere, but I don't know exactly where. But yeah, no, never been. But it's probably like us with the high country.
Yeah, no doubt.
Do you know what I mean? Because we go, we're going to nip up to wherever. We're going to go to Marysville or Dargo, and we go, oh, yeah, it's only a couple of hours up the road. So
yeah, I love my high country.
Oh, where's your favourite? All right, it's one question I often ask. I haven't asked it for a while, actually. You got a free weekend. There's you, Wasana, the J-Pod. Oh, I didn't mention the J-Pod now, did we? There's you, Wasana, the J-Pod, and a free weekend. Where's your go-to camping spot? Like you go, mate, we're off.
I've got a couple that I like. I love Walhalla as a whole. Walhalla's just Happy Bay. You lose at Fraser Island, and you've only been there 40 times. Ha! That's funny. I live 14. I live 18 hours away. So I love Walhalla as a destination, and staying down at Merrington's by the river there, O'Toole's perhaps. Any of those spots along the river there is really nice around the Walhalla area. I certainly love Talbotville. I did a YouTube video on Talbotville just recently, and it's gone really well on Dargo to Talbotville and the pub and everything. That's actually going pretty strong. I like that whole Talbotville. I've been there with you and Naz.
Yep.
And Dave.
And Dave. Yep.
Dave, yep. And so yes, I like Talbotville. I also like to get around Bindary Hut, around that area, going towards Bluff Hut along the river there.
Yeah.
Pickering's flat. And all around that area where you can camp on the river. I just like that whole river thing. Jamison River Hut, where you cross the river and into the hut. I think it's Jamo Hut. So there's lots of really good high country spots that I really enjoy to set up a base and then go off and travel from it. And it's always something special about going up to Craig's Hut and Lake Mount Cobbler in the background. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, guess where I'm going next weekend?
Where are you going next weekend?
Next weekend? Merrington's.
Are you going to Merrington's?
Yeah, just for a quick overnight up there with a mate. It's a club trip, so we're going up there and it'd be pretty cool going up there just to actually see Thompson Dam.
Thompson.
Full. Yeah, it's full. I want to see it full.
Chockers.
It's chockers, mate. It's chockers. We're going to go.
More track. You would have done more track. So down the bottom of Thompson Dam. So you turn off on the Erica side or Walhalla side.
Yep.
You turn off before and you go down, cross the river. It's a fairly long river crossing. And you follow the track along the bottom of the dam. It's called Beardmore Track. It's a ripper.
Beardmore. Beer or beer? Beer or beer?
More beer.
Beer more. More beer.
Yeah, Beardmore Track. But it's a beautiful.
I actually don't know what we're doing when we get up there. I'm just going up there, mate. I'm going up Saturday next week in the afternoon, and then coming home Sunday. So just chuck the swag in the back of the FJ and just go for a bit of a spin around the tracks. It'd be good. It'd be nice. It'd be very, very nice. But it's going to be a bit chilly, I think. We'll see how we go. Might get cold.
You'll be right.
I got me a lecky blanket now, so I'm right.
It's a hard nut, really.
Oh, yeah, pretty hard done. But now, any big trip plan? Your latest video.
Which one?
Come on. Let's talk about trains.
Oh, that was a bit interesting because
that was a good video. I really enjoyed that video, to be quite honest. It's trains. It's not four-wheel driving. It was about trains. Tell us about that one.
Wheels. Well, when I was young, like 16, 17, I was into model trains, and I used to scratch build and I used to model Victorian Railways trains. And so I've always had an affection for trains. Not that I go for rides, and I don't remember the last time. I think we might have gone to the Melbourne show or something in a train. But I saw that the Heritage Museum up at Seymour had an open day. So we jumped in the car and dived up there for the day. And we did a video of the trains and the steam train, and inside went for a ride in the cab of a diesel, and we went and had a look at the Vietnam Vietnam commemoration wall and the tank and the helicopter and whatever. And Seymour's an interesting little place. So if you get an opportunity, go and have a look.
Tank Museum's nice up there.
It's closed. We've tried to go there. It's closed for 2
really?
years. Yeah, it's going to be closed for 2 years for remodeling, rebuilding.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No, last time I was in Puckapunyal, I was wearing a green uniform, marching around, pretending to be a soldier. And I was like, yeah, let's just say that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
We don't talk about
Can I give a special mention to a caravan park?
Yeah, why not? We can do whatever we like here on Ed's Four-Wheel Driving Camping. We've got
I did, because we're all involved in clubs, and Simon and there's a whole bunch of us involved in four drive clubs.
Simon
on here at the moment, lock your hubs.
Yes.
And g'day, Cobber.
G'day, Cobber. Welcome back to the bush.
I did the caravan industry, Australian caravan industry conference on the Gold Coast last week, and I met Roger, who owns the Beechworth Caravan Park. And a lot of the caravan parks out there are stopping people having fires. Even if they've got a good Darchi fire pit or a Oz Pig or whatever, they're just stopping. Southern Ocean Tourist Park over in Beachport completely stop fires. And I think a campfire, a controlled campfire, is part of camping. And I got into this discussion with Roger, who there was a lot of caravan park people there at this conference. And he actually, it's on a lake. He invites clubs there to go there, gets a lot of clubs. It's right nearly in town. It's at the foothills of the high country. But he actually gets in a big semi-trailer, $8,000 worth of timber, dumps it in the park, and you buy, and he supplies the fire pits, gives you a wheelbarrow full of firewood, and I think you have to pay for it, which is fine. How rude. No, I think it's fine. But I just think it's terrific that there are still caravan parks out there that have got that nice big open area, can do a whole bunch of off-grid type camping within the park. You don't have to have power lights. And I want to put a special mention out there because Roger really impressed me as a really good caravan park owner. Pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, was he?
Was.
Pretty cool. So let's talk about your forte into business over the spicy flu season.
Say what?
Your forte into opening the shop. How it's sort of gone. Oh my God.
Well, it's been a bit of a journey. It's been a bit of a journey because we dumped all of our money into scanners back in sort of February 2020. So not knowing that we're going to have the dreaded flu coming on us and lock us down, all the rest of it. So we couldn't get anything off the government because we couldn't show a loss. So we really, really did it really tough. We were very lucky. There's a YouTuber called 4x4 Diesel, Anthony, and he got hold of one of our 3210 scanners, the Bluetooth scanner, and he's got a big following of Prado Hilux people, and he's a good bloke. And he actually did a couple of videos on our scanners, and you can see behind me the little red one on the end. And he gave us momentum, and we sold hundreds of these little scanners. And it kind of saved the day because it gave us some income because both of us couldn't work per se. Anyway, when we were off and on over the summer, because obviously winter we went down into lockdowns because that's when the cold weather was at its worst for the dreaded flu. And then summer was okay. And Lyle Eels, who's a really good mate of mine, Goldfield Campers, Lyle said to me, look, you've got the shed. What about if we put a couple of campers in there and we call it Melbourne Showroom? And one thing led to another. I bought some secondhand gondolas from Autobarn, from Ross, and bought this and bought that. And before I knew it, I had a four-drive camping store, which has really helped us in terms of giving us cash flow to keep us going. But the problem, we've got some really good clubs who support us. Land Cruiser Club are terrific, Pajero Club's terrific, my own club, Werribee Club, City West four-drive clubs, a heap of clubs that have been very supportive of us because we've got a really good Google review. We've tried to look after people. I certainly try to help with the experience that I've got along the way in terms of setting up trips and recovery and all that sort of stuff and help people out. But the club amount of business is not enough to sustain the rents and all the rest of it, and it's taking money out of the AutoFix side of it. So we've had to evolve and change to make sure we survive moving forward, I guess.
Did you see Dave Howard's little comment?
Oh, really? It's a good and bad story, Dave.
You shouldn't leave it on your front seat, mate. The door open. Sorry about that one. I just needed a new one at the time. You know how it is. So, getting back to the business, big sale tomorrow, apparently. Is that right?
Yes. So we're going to move from this location. We're going to build a fairly big shed out the back here, and we're going to operate from there and do online. So Dirt Road 4x4 is a website. It's out there at the moment. We've got no product on it, but we will. I think we lack resources because it is only Jared and I, and it has been a pretty tough gig, and we want to survive. So we're getting rid of the shop because that's just sucking money out of everything. And we're moving just around the corner till September, till the shed's built. And we'll still support everyone who comes. If they want a Sabre, or if they want Camp Boss, if they want Darchi, Tradesman, Roof Racks, Wedgetail, Navigator, all the amazing brands that we carry. We're not closing any suppliers. The suppliers have been terrific. The only one I probably won't do is Kaon. I won't do Kaon anymore. Fantastic product, Australian made, awesome, but it's one brand I probably won't keep going with. We've got a lot of Kaon in the shop now, which we'd love to see sold tomorrow. There is actually a lot of stock in the shop right now, and we're going to do 30% off right across the store, including Kaon. So we're taking a big hit on Kaon, but we're going to do 30% right across the whole shop, which is close to cost, because in our industry, the average margin's about 30. That's why we don't see really big discounts in our area. So we're going to clear as much as we can tomorrow, and then start packing up and moving out. So say goodbye to Russell Street.
Going to put any of that on the interwebs or not?
Yeah, we will. We will.
You will, yeah.
It's just resources. We haven't had it.
So if somebody in this chat says,
Yes.
"Hey, I saw you," hang on, I got to get my finger right. I saw you on Edge Forward Drive and Camping. You'll give them that discount?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. There you go.
Yeah.
Wender wants to know if you sell rooftop tents. Oh,
Yes, we do, Wender. Yes, we do.
And he's only up the road. Well, hang on. I think I don't know if Wender and that are back in Melbourne or not, but actually no, they're down at Geelong Way. I think they've got a property down there or something like that.
Your neighbours.
What's Geelong? It's 20 minutes down the road from Werribee South.
It's not far.
So I also hear that your great sponsor called Auto Fix Australia is offering a very special incentive prize tonight.
Yeah, I thought we'll just do a little giveaway tonight. Being very generous, we thought we'd give away a sticker.
Oh, I tell you, I'll give you a business card
And a couple of stubby holders.
Oh, are they his and hers?
We'll keep you moving.
Yeah.
And what else we're going to do? We're going to give away a universal OBD2 scanner.
Ooh. And how are you going to do it? So if I said, I want one, would you send it to me?
Yes.
Oh, but I don't want one because I've already got one. So we had this sort of discussion. We didn't quite nail it down, did we?
Well, you were going to ask a question, and
I was going to get you. No, don't put that on me. How do you want to do the giveaway? I'll put you on the spot, Margaret.
So I guess I'll ask a question about what's happened tonight, and the first person to reply correctly. We contact me after.
We're going to change the view. You ready? Now ask the I know. Now you can speak directly to them. Go for it. Try again. Go.
Do we really want to do that?
Yeah.
So we'll ask a question about something we talked about earlier in the night. First person with a correct response, and later on you can message me with your address and whatever, and we'll post off some goodies to you. That's better. So has everybody been listening tonight?
I think we've still got most of them here that started from the beginning. If they didn't, well,
I think they're all nodding, so that's kind of good.
Are they nodding? Hang on. What we might do is, if you're ready, everybody give us a. Hang on, I got to do this. Everybody give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Well, I think everybody is anyway. But if you're ready to go for it, just give us a thumbs up in the chat and we'll hit it off.
All right. So the question will be,
and pink waving. Hang on, there. Everybody's got to give a thumbs up.
Jelly beans are in the packet. No,
it's full.
Question will be: I mentioned my Prado because we talked about Prados a little bit.
Wait. We're getting thumbs ups first. We've got a few in here. Wait for a couple of more. Come on. Hey, did I tell you I won a prize?
What'd you win? I think you did.
I entered one of those, internet competitions, and I won a fire pit.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't need another fire pit. I'm not giving it away. I'm actually going to donate it to the cause, as into a club member or something at the club. Nice. So that's what I'm going to be doing with that one.
You're a good man.
I really don't need another fire pit. I'm actually quite happy with the fire pit I've got, to be honest with you. Is that that brand we all don't talk about, we all love to hate. All right.
Starts with K, isn't it? Crap.
Starts with K and ends with quality. Occasionally. All right. We're all got thumbs up. They want to know the question.
All right. So I mentioned before I currently drive a Prado. And I have got another car coming soon, maybe. I mentioned the sort of car I had, and I mentioned a whole bunch of accessories in my Prado. Can anyone remember the actual storage system that I have in the back of my Prado?
Oh, I do.
You can't win.
Oh,
you can have a stubby holder.
I've got a stubby holder. I've got a sticker.
I'll give you a stubby holder.
I think I've got the lollies as well. Oh, hang on. No, you can't win either, mate. Sorry.
Who was that, Jared?
Hey, who do you reckon? Oh, wait for it. I've got one that's come up in the comments. We'll see if it's correct or not.
Ashley. Hey, Ash. I don't have to send to Ash. He's a member of the Werribee Club.
Ah! So you want to keep going a bit longer?
He won the raffle at the club the other night too, I reckon.
Oh! Hang on.
Oh,
here we go. You want to give it to him, or we got this one here?
Who was first?
Ashley was, believe it or not. Up to you, mate. It's your postage.
No, I don't have to post, Ash.
All right.
I'll tell you what I'll do. We'll call it a draw.
Yeah?
We'll call it a draw, and I'll give one to Terry as well.
Oh, Terry G. I tell you what, Terry G makes a mean chopping board.
Well, someone just said, no wonder you're going bloody broke.
Me or him? Well, there you go, Terry G. And then we got his and hers stubby holders. So what are we going to do for those? We're just going to... That's a you got to have 3 stubby holders nowadays. You got to have his, hers, and other.
Yeah, there'll be 2. Sorry, 2.
So they get a stubby holder each as well, and a sticker.
Yeah. I'll look after them. That's what we do.
Have I met Ashley at the club?
I don't know. Ashley, Ed's a member of our club as well.
Yeah, I know. I went on that trip the other couple of weeks ago. We just did that little night drive.
Yeah, look,
that was pretty cool. A bit dirty and dusty. I didn't like being in the middle. I don't like the dust. I prefer to drive out in front.
It's always good to
be I prefer to be trip leader, mate. It's just easier. There's no fun.
Yeah, trip leaders the go.
Talking about trip leaders, long story short, short story long. Because I'm going up the Cape, I thought, I know what I'll do is I'll order some filters for the car. So I've got the K-on filter or whatever it is. You know, the one you redo the oil filter. Got one of those, and I thought I'll grab 2 paper ones, and I'll grab a spare cabin filter as well. So I get a text message on the Teleo phone going, "Oh, your order's delivered." I come home today, open the package. They sent me the cabin filter, but not the other 2 filters.
Oh, bugger.
So, bugger. All right, Wenda wants to know which club. Wenda wants to know which club. I'm a member of 2 clubs. I'm a member of the Pajero Club in Victoria, in Melbourne. And I'm also a member of the Werribee District 4-Wheel Drive Club.
Yeah.
That'll be as well. So I spread myself around, spread the love. You know how it is. Both clubs are pretty awesome. The Werribee Club's a smaller club, which is fantastic. The Pajero Club is a very big club. It's got probably 3 times the members. And I enjoy both clubs. I have no prejudice towards either one. I do enjoy both of them. But I'll tell you one thing, the Werribee Club has a few more Toyotas. You know, the Pajero Club has all these Mitsubishi brands. But
we have a lot of Prados in it.
Yeah, a lot of Prados. It's like, I think they should change it to the Werribee Prado Club rather than the Werribee 4-Wheel Drive Club.
I've been involved with the Werribee Club for many, many years. I'm a life member and ex-president 3 times, and I'm still current trip coordinator. So I've been involved with the club a heck of a long time. So it's a beaut little club established in 1985 by Alan Kendall, who's passed now. And it's a beaut little club.
Terry, no, just pass them on to Trevor. You're probably gone to be quite honest, mate. I don't keep anything on my phone. I've got the memory of a goldfish. So, Terry, just give him, just buzz him over to me again on the, not on the Instagram, on the messenger, because, I'm a member of that group. We're all going to Queensland. Oh, by the way, I'm going to Queensland next year. Big camping event.
Sounds like fun.
I got to invite somebody on for that. I think I got to invite, for my next chat, here we go for time. We're doing all right for time. I might invite one of the Robs onto the channel again, or Rob number 1 or Rob number 2. Some of the people will know what I'm talking about, but I got to invite him on. So, yeah. So, Terry, just give Trevor a message or myself a message and I'll pass it on. I got a big thumbs up, so that must mean.
3 thumbs up.
I don't know. Who won the other one?
Ashley.
Is Ashley? Oh, you got the sale on tomorrow too, don't you? At the Werribee store.
We do. 861 to 65 Russell Street, Werribee, and we say goodbye at Russell Street.
Well, I'll be getting there, but it won't. I've got to work in the morning, so I'll be getting there though. I'll probably in the work uniform, not it's full drive camping, but probably in my work uniform. You got any what is it? Can't think of the brand now. The table you sold me that I really love. Not MSA, the other one.
Navigator.
Yeah, Navigator. You still got any of their gear left?
No, I don't. No, I don't have any there. However, if anyone wants to order anything tomorrow, we'll still do 15% off, with the exception of Kaon. So what we don't have in store tomorrow, if we've got it in store, take it 30%. It's nearly cost. But if there's something you like, we'll still do 15% off, so it's still worth your while. No, Wendo. No, we're not ready for it yet. You can certainly buy AutoFix Australia, www.autofixaustralia.com.au, but not Dirt Road, not quite yet.
Soon. Oh, yeah. I agree with you, Ashley, mate. I've got one of those tables, and I got it from one of Trevor's other sales where he only had 15% off. I should have just waited. Bloody, they're a really good table.
It's a healthy saving. There's a heap of Navigator there, which you'll get 30% off. There's a lot of stock there. I think there's still 80 grand worth.
You still got the little stubby holder thingy with a.
Yep. Yep.
I want one.
We've got them.
I don't. As my wife says, do you want it or do you need it? And I say to her, well, I don't really need it, but I really want one. And she says, how much it costs? She's not in the room, so I don't think she's watching it either. She has a comment. I'll tell her it was $10 or something like that. And I go, yeah. Hey, you know who isn't in the chat? Nas.
No, Nazzy.
No, Nazzy. He's out of the chat, mate. Everybody in the chat, since Nas isn't here, he hates being called Naz. So if you send him a message and go N-A-Z, he'll hate you and me forever.
He's probably polishing his brand new Max Liner canopy.
Yeah, right. He did a little clippy on that today, didn't he?
It looks nice. Yeah, it looks nice. We were talking over the day because he's getting that for us, and so it's all on and looking pretty spunky, all color coded. So he's got the RV Solutions storage system going in soon. So the build is on.
There you go. Good on you, Steve. He absolutely hates being called that name. And he should never have told me. You never tell me something you don't like, because I'll bring it up forever. If you say, I don't like peanut butter, I'll say, you want a sandwich, mate? I'll make you a peanut butter sandwich. Never tell me what you don't like. Oh, here he is. Oh, no, he's not. It's MKM. I got excited about nothing. This is probably.
He probably is, though.
Probably out there polishing the car again. It was funny. He was at the meeting the other day in his new BT50. He's out in the car park showing everybody. He goes, is that the one with the dent in the door? He's going, what? There's a dent in the door. He ran outside.
That's cruel. He loves his car. He's been so excited.
Oh, he was, wasn't he? I was going to ask if anybody got any audience questions they want to pop up and bust Trevor's chops or even my chops. even though I haven't been to Fraser Island yet. But I'm going next year, so I don't
But you haven't
know.
been to Fraser Island, really?
It's just un-Australian, isn't it? We're at 33. We've got to bust 34, mate. We've got to bust 34 tonight.
What's that? A couple more.
I'm just waiting for the question. Yeah, there we go. He's been waiting for about a year for it. I think you're right there. Might as well. We've still got a bit of time in our hands. Now, audience people, it's people out there that are watching us. If you know somebody that's on YouTube that would love to be interviewed by Ed's Four-Wheel Driving Camping, to be grilled, tortured, thumbs down, give them a hi, give them a hi so I can interview them because I'd really like to interview them. Here we go. I've got a question for you from Mr. Dave Howard. He's one of my patrons or whatever you want to call him.
Yeah, he's one of your members, I believe.
He's one of my members, yes.
One of your growing members.
He wants
yes,
to
I do. I absolutely, although I don't have campers there, I absolutely will sell a camper. And they've got some really cool hybrids now, which we've earmarked down the track for us, I hope.
Matt from NKM.
So I'm a travel buddy freak, and most of the guys in my club particularly know why I'm running a night drive, because I do a lot of night drives. I love night drives. The bush is so much different, or the whole contrast is different at night. And people will come up to the back of my car and go, "Have you got donuts in the travel buddy?" So I'm a lot of people know that I do the whole donut in a travel buddy thing, the full Australian-made travel buddy, made in Bendigo. And yes, I always got those. I cooked a really amazing lamb roast in the travel buddy, and I remember I was driving through Sydney. I put it in Muralin or something like that, and I remember the smell of the lamb roast going through the car. Spectacular. Yeah,
it's a good thing in your travel buddy for your lunch. I know it's like, this is really sort of off the subject. You camp, before you leave camp and you pack up everything, do yourself a couple of chops, like lamb chops. I love my choppies. My wife hates chops, but I love choppies. 35, we're getting there. Half cook your choppies. So just give them a quick brown up so they're a bit dark on each side. Toss them in the travel buddy oven, turn them on. By lunchtime, mate, the meat is just falling off.
Yeah.
It's just yum. And just, oh my God.
I did lamb shanks in it years ago. I think we ended up camping Lovex Hut or somewhere, and I did lamb shanks in it. It was pretty cool.
I've done lasagnas, pizzas. I tried doing papadums, which is that Indian thing. Yeah, the problem is the road. No, you're not going to raise a cake in that oven. I've done Chico rolls in them. I've done Chico rolls in my travel buddy, and that worked out pretty good. Obviously, pies, the usual stuff. Pizza's not bad. KFC.
I'll reheat.
Yeah, you just got to put it down to almost nothing to just warms through. But you got to have a bit of greasy paper on there, otherwise you're just eating fat. I mean, the oily product from KFC, which is yum. Oh, it looks like you've liking your hubs, you're in trouble, mate. I think he's done it. He's done it. He's beaten your record. You know, don't you, Trev? You're beating his record.
What is it? I can't see. So
up 35, mate.
Ooh.
One more. We've got a couple more minutes. We can dribble some more crap if you like. So you got your major sponsor, AutoFix Australia. Any trips planned? Local news videos. We got our audience comp. Tell us about your 4B. Actually, tell us about the worst thing that's happened in your car. Well, let's talk about the great things that happened, but what's the worst thing you've done in your car?
Cape York, 2014.
Don't do it to me. I'm going there.
Frenchman's Track.
Yep.
In the MSA, Colorado. So I'm in a work company car, and I've got Daryl Evans from our club. We're traveling together, and Alan Huxtable was my sidekick, and we've come up to this bog hole. And we're going, ooh, it looks a bit sketchy. So we got our piece of wood and went along, and yeah, it looks pretty solid, not bad. It was a long bog hole, and so driving along, and it had sidewalls on it. So made it difficult.
Yeah.
So do, and I've gone over a piece of wood or something. I've stopped. Cannot go. Water's halfway and I can't go forward. I can't go backwards. And Alan's jumped out the window. I've got on the radio because he couldn't do a recovery backwards. We're too far in, so he had to bush bash around, get in front of us, and it took a really, really hard winch out, and it pulled the Colorado and the lump of wood that went up into the guard.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so it just became this, and it was an anchor. It was one of those things I couldn't do anything. So the poor old Colorado, there's a travel buddy story in this as well.
Oh,
because the back of the canopy in the Colorado just filled up with dust like you would not believe. As you know, the roads are like, oh, you don't know.
I don't know yet. I'll let you know when I get back.
They're very dusty roads. And so we had the travel buddy in the car on the floor, and we had pizza slices in the travel buddy. And so we saved the pieces of pizza on the top level, but the bottom one was soaked. So we got sort of a lunch, and we got to Chili Beach and went through the Pasco River, all that sort of stuff without any hassle. But got to Chili Beach, pulled all the carpets up. So for those of you who ever get your car wet, it's generally not your carpets that will rot, it's the underlay. So you need to get right underneath. And we did all that. We dried it out pretty good over the next few days. I took the travel buddy. I tried using the travel buddy. It just wouldn't work. And I took it back when John was running travel buddy. I was in Bendigo. And I jumped in and saw John, and I said, look, I can't really get it working. This is what happened. So I'll leave it with me. So I went off and did my call runs around Harrison's and around, there's my hands going everywhere, going all around Bendigo, doing my calls to the full drive and camping shops. And then I went back to John at Travel Buddy later on. He goes, Trev, he said, I got 1.5 liters water out of the insulation of the Travel Buddy.
Oh, the Travel Buddy.
And Travel being awesome as they are, he gave me a brand new one. And I think Darren still has my old Travel Buddy up on the shelf. They show people that legendary drowned Travel Buddy, mine.
They're great. I do like my Travel Buddy. I'm sorry, I'm a bit of a, Travel Buddy, I don't know, fan, I suppose. There's those other brands that have come in and copied them, and, they do what they do. I don't have one of those other brands, but I love my Travel Buddy. It's fantastic.
I don't mind people going out and doing a different type of design, make it better, make it different, but to directly, I'm probably more anti the backstory to that whole thing.
Yeah, the thing is, it's something we probably can't discuss. We've had a discussion about over
the backstory is awful. It's about as un-Australian as you can get, and that's why I won't have anything to do with any of those copy fridges. I'm Aussie through and through.
It's a shame. It's a shame. What Wenda wants to know is it dust from the Cape.
Oh, absolutely.
It's like the Simpson mud and the Birdsville dust. It just, every time you shut your door, poof, you get a friendly reminder. Oh, that's right. I remember that dust. If you ever, stupid thing, don't ever wash your car when you go out driving in your driveway, because there's different colours of mud. I think if, in 100 years, when somebody digs up my front lawn, they're going to go, oh, look at this. Archaeological dust from Central Australia or Cooper Pedy or something like that. Oh, yeah, here we go. Bruce wants to know this one here.
We'll be there from 8:30, Bruce. Well, we'll be there early, but the doors open in theory at 8:30. And it's best interest on what's there. So people have been trying to hold stuff all week, and we won't do it. We just want to be fair to everybody.
There you go.
Yep.
I tend to agree, mate. I love my Travel Buddy. We're running sort of at it. We're running a little bit over, sorry. But my Travel Buddy, I've had in my car for probably, it'd be 10 years this year. So let's say 9 years. Haven't had an issue with my Travel Buddy except for the switch has gone in it, which I've got already spoken. I haven't spoken to them. Actually, they're very good with their follow-up service, which is unusual for a company. I'll just give them a quick little email and boom. Send them
really good.
Yeah, take some photos, email them up to me, ring me if you want me, you pull your Travel Buddy apart, and I'll fix it. So I love my Travel Buddy. I swear by it. Well, Trevor, believe it or not, it's been an hour.
I know, it went quick.
Doesn't it? I can't believe you're closing Russell Street now. Now I'm going to go pay for my coffees at McDonald's or something.
You can still come and have a coffee.
Everybody
comes and has coffee. Like the kettle's always on because I'll never say no to a coffee, and we love having people come. So
when I go down at the Market Gardeners down at Werribee South, I'll still pop in anyway. I'll be there tomorrow, Trevor. But as I said, I've got work on in the morning, so I've got to do a job in Thomastown. And the store closes at 11. Got to be there at 10:30, so I'll probably be there just after lunch. So Wasana can do me lunch.
She'll keep the snags there. We're moving to number 6 Glen Street in the interim. So I got one of my signatures I needed for perimeter shed today. So it's half the battle. So we'll be there till September at number 6 Glen Street. So we'll have an office and a little shoppy there.
Cool. As I said before, and I'll say it again, if you know somebody that you'd like to get interviewed on Ed's Forward Driving Camping and you know them as a YouTuber, drop them an email, get them to drop me an email so I can interview them. I've actually got a couple of people in mind that I'd like to interview soon. Probably not as big as Trevor, but if not, they're always bigger than me anyway, so it doesn't matter. I got to contact a couple of people, so I'll be doing as I said, this is number 7 of my interviews, and I'd still like to thank my original person I interviewed first up, my first victim, and that was this young fellow here. He was my first victim, and I'm still very happy that he actually agreed to the interview. There's another fellow I'd like to interview, but I don't think I'd shut him up, and we all know who that is, and that would be Phil. So one day, Phil, you'll get on here. You just got to shorten your sentences a lot. All right, guys, thanks for joining us. Thank you, Trevor, for joining us. Thanks for that awesome prize. The guys who won the prize, don't forget to hit Trevor up at Dirt Road 4x4. Your prize, send him your details, and he'll get that out to you. And as I said, thanks again, guys. We'll see you in the next video, and it's bye from me, and it's bye from...
Thanks, everybody. Pleasure.
Right,
See you guys.
Bye. Bye.